My name is John Tipley. Can you hear me? Good. I am the sports coordinator at St. Margaret Mary's. I've been a parishioner and a resident of Midland Beach for 51 years. So I have a vested interest. I also own a pew at the time. My question is really towards the in getting the approval from the building commission. Normally they do impact studies. If you notice, in this community, there are 4 schools. 4. Newdorf High School, IS2, DS38, and St. Margaret Mary's. Most of those kids who go to those schools walk. What I'm concerned about is on Friday, the number of cars that will come into this community, which were oversaturated today. If you look at Lincoln Avenue, starting at 2:30, the amount of traffic coming up that is very, very difficult. My question comes down to is, what are the programs, what are the time slots, and has this building department did an impact study on the community? It has nothing to do with religion. As you indicated, a number of your kids play in our program, and we love having them.
Can I answer that question?
I'm asking.
About the impact.
No, I'm asking about their schedule for the use of the building. It is not just Friday afternoon from 1 to 2. My question is, how long a period of time, and you must have done your analysis on what your schedule is going to be, because you already have programs in another lot. My question is, how often are you going to be using that? What is the number of people? And also you can't tell, because you wouldn't buy the building if you couldn't tell. I want to know exactly what impact you're going to have in the way of both foot traffic as well as car traffic. And don't tell me somebody's going to walk 6 blocks, because it's really 7, because you got to go into the field, so that's another block. All right? And it closes at dusk. So again, my question comes down to how would you use the building? And I ask you to be as detailed as possible. Don't give me Quran, don't give me that, anything. I want to know exactly how you're going to use the building.
We will be having 5 daily prayers in the mosque. Those prayers, the numbers attending between 15 to 20 people in the morning. At noon time will be 6-7 people. In the afternoon prayer will be 6 to 7. At noon, at the sunset time by 9 o'clock at night, that's the number you might have, 20 to 25 people. That's in the regular day. As far as the programs will be after the school time will start 4 to 6 every day. Plus the weekend will be from 9 to 6 o'clock on the weekends. Friday will be, the prayer will be 1 to 2. The issue of parking, as I said, either we can ask the community, how many people will attend Friday prayer? Whatever the building allows. If it's 100 people, 100 people will be there. If it's 150, 150 will be there. And if the parking issue, as I said, either to get a shuttle, can transfer people, we will park the car there and bring them. Absolutely.
John, as far as the impact study, I spoke to Tom Picola, Deputy Borough Commissioner of DOT. I said to him, considering that we are the gateway from the South Shore to the bridge anyway, and we can't get any traffic enforcement on Greeley Avenue to begin with, isn't this going to call for a traffic study, traffic impact study? He said, no. This does not fall under a traffic impact study. They only do traffic impact studies for large projects, which would be the widening of Richmond Hill Road, stuff like that. I asked him, but this is going to have a very big impact in the community. He says it does not call for it. It's one building.
Okay. And my comment to that is, when we have the first dead child in a white car, we will make an impact study. And I'm not trying to take you guys on. What I'm trying to understand is, we have a serious problem in this community. As I said, we've got 4 schools. within a mile. It's not 4 schools, okay, 20 miles here, whatever it is. It's going to be very critical that we make sure that these kids are safe. The only time we get anything done in this community is when somebody dies and they put up a line of flowers and all of a sudden we get a light. That, you cannot put up with that. And I'm sorry to say, I'm going to fight you. I have to fight you for the safety of my question is, on Sundays, on August 6th, what do I do when I got basketball games and I don't have any parking? I've got a problem. And I've got to worry about my community kids, I'm sorry to say, before your prayer service. Said no. Bin Laden was a new dog fighting Russian influence, right?
Okay, what's the question? What's the question?
I'm saying everybody who's Italian is mafia. They're bigots. The people who say all Italians are mafia are bigots. Are they not? That's not down with it. I welcome my Arab Muslim neighbors. I'm trying to welcome them. No to bigotry. Workers to power. Workers of the world unite.
Okay? We need to act civilly. Anybody that gets like me, it's called management. Alright? Can you hear me? Alright, next question. You gotta move up to the mic so we can hear you.
Good evening. My name is Paul. Thank you for stopping. I don't think I can follow up with speech like that. I was born down the block and I'm able to watch things. Thank goodness. Previous speakers here. Really that he should be commended. In any event, I was born in 1950 down the block. In 1952, a lot of you guys remember, we got flooded. It was the great flood of Lincoln Beach. My family lost their home. They lost their home. My godfather, the firefighter, lost his Studebaker. We were fortunate enough to be placed in a housing project on Staten Island, where I grew up. I went on to go to 8 years to St. Margaret Mary's. 2 buses in, 2 buses back. I had 7 sisters. The only reason, 7 sisters to the presentation. And the only reason I had 7 was I had Sister Mary Helen for 2 years. I was sitting in the classroom, 8th grade classroom, on this grounds where this Olympia Activity Center was built in November 1963. For the first time in 8 years, I saw a sister of the presentation trial when President Kennedy was assassinated. In that class were 52 kids, run by 1 nun. We didn't change classes or anything else. My parents...
Question.
My parents, it will come at the end. My parents were poor like I was poor. It was called a pledge. We took a pledge and built that convent. Okay? To us, I'm not getting into religion, I'm not getting into politics, it was a very special place. One thing we can say, assistants of the presentation, you could never ever pull the wool over their eyes. They never ever made a backdoor deal. Okay? We know that. We grew up and were associated with assistants of the presentation. Now, I went into the Marine Corps. Alright? In 1970, I was part of the Special Naval Marine Corps operation. The group was an offshoot of a terrorist organization. It became known as Black September. Our job took us 2 days to get there, the Special Unit 13 Marines, on the USS Independence. If the event happened, 4 jets were hijacked. 4 jets were hijacked. Some of them went to Dawson Airfield to Jordan. The idea was Americans were involved, United Kingdom people were involved, and other people. If they were going to keep the hostages, we were going to. They let them go, they blew up the jets. On September 11, 2001, I was the security manager at the South Civic World Trade Center. It went down, I was trapped in the building, I was saved by the fire. And on that, I went on in 2005 to suffer from acute liver failure, which Billy knows, and I was fortunate enough to have a liver transplant. They didn't know what caused it. What I was told, there was some toxins in the system. Wrong. 31 years later, I experienced terrorism again. This time, literally firsthand. What is the question? Now my question, man, and I told you it would come at the end, if you don't have a stopwatch. And I fully respect Middle Beach, the parish, and the Christian. I went to the first mass, your father has said it, and introduced himself. As I had said previously, you could never pull the wool over the systems of the presentation. My question is, and I ask these 3 gentlemen, in front of this audience, if you see something, if you hear something, if you suspect something, will you notify the proper American authorities? Absolutely. 3 gentlemen respond yes. That was my question, and I received my answer. Thank you very much.
My name is Tony Baker, the American. Your position was that you're not a terrorist response, correct? That was your position? Well, if it is, perhaps you should be the terrorist response. And I'll tell you why. I was handed this when I walked in. Actually, I went. Some other people. And this is basically your propaganda. What you left out was some facts. Facts are stuff in there. And why you should possibly be on that terror box list. I'll tell you why. Your boss, your executive director, Ray, supported 3 individuals. So there's many more. I'll be brief. The guy Abu Ali, arrested for plotting to kill George Bush. Your boss supported him. Al-Khamenei, convicted of urgent followers to kill Americans in Afghanistan and Pakistan. Your boss supported him. Abdul Rahman, your boss supported him. He's convicted also for sponsoring terrorism. The last individual that I mentioned, your president is dedicated to great American Mr. Spencer by calling him a wingnut. Those are the other individuals who call him Islamic. Now, what you left out are those guys. You conveniently include citations from Boy Scouts, various politicians, and I appreciate that we don't hold up responsible. We'll have a conversation with Boy Scouts because I'll be doing that too. Okay, it's very simple. Now, your voice, it's not about religion. You spoke about many good things your organization does. And it probably does do very well things, good things. We have convicted members of organized gangs in prison that beat the poor. They write children's books. That's state. We're not interested in propaganda, we're interested in the truth. Where is my Christ? And does he support terrorism?
Now, can I ask you a question quickly? Do you believe in the legal system of the U.S.?
Yes, I do.
Okay, we do too.
Okay.
Thank you.
You answer the question.
Mahdi Bray has given. Mahdi, he's not my boss, by the way. He's the director of the Mass Freedom, which is a civil rights movement. Mahdi Bray may have worked on some of the civil, rights cases. That does not necessarily mean that you endorse it. If those people found to be guilty, they are guilty. Let me answer your question. Mahdi Bray is a civil rights activist. He has given Staten Island Advance a position statement. He has given the Advance a statement on his position from terrorism. He denounces all form of terrorism. This is the answer to your question.
Next question. Next question.
Give us a long list of things your organization has done. They've helped thousands of kids. They've probably went marches, helping them. My question is, are you going to make thousands of people in this community happy by pulling your contract?
Thank you very much. That's your opinion. Our opinion, no.
Next question.
I would like to say something here. You know what? If you read the Bible, it says what it says is the following: as the man thinks, so he is. What we need to know, what we need to do is think positively instead of thinking negatively. So if you think negatively, you just put in yourself. We're not putting contact on the time. We're not putting contact. Thank you.
Next question. Next question.
Yeah, my name is Lori, and I have a question regarding rant. Okay. First of all, I'm told that Islam is a religion of peace, a peaceful religion. But I'm curious as to whether or not the Quran says that to fight the infidels, to kill all infidels, are we, the Americans, the Westerners, the infidels? It doesn't sound very peaceful to me when it says kill.
Thank you. The answer, no, you are not an infidel.
Who is?
Okay. All the verses, again, this goes, okay, you asking questions that requires an intellectual discussion, so I would really appreciate if you would give me a chance.
I'll sit down with you anytime.
The Quran, all the verses in the Quran that talks about fighting or killing are verses that are revealed in very specific incidents and particular circumstances during the time of war in the battlefield. Taking those verses out of context and making a general rule out of them is wrong, and this is the misquoting that is spoken about in the Quran. And by the way, those who misquote those verses, they pick and choose. They pick and choose, they forget, for example, what God revealed.
Who are the infidels? That's my question. Who does the Quran consider the infidel?
In Islam, a person who was given the message clearly, with no misconception, and continues to reject, not only that, and fight, and prosecute, and torture Muslims, this is what the Quran means by the word infidel.
Who rejects Muslims?
No, I said not only reject. Reject, fight, prosecute, and torture Muslims. This is what is considered in the Quran a disbeliever or an infidel.
A disbeliever of Muslim religion.
Next question.
The United States is made up of several nationalities. I'm a resident. The United States is made up of all different colors, all different creeds, all different religions, all different nationalities. As Muslims, I'd like to know how you feel about Christians, how you feel about Jews, how you feel about women, how you feel about gays. Would you have your children intermarry with Christians and Jews? That's one of my questions. And
Could you repeat the last part, please?
would you like your children to intermarry with Christians and Jews?
Yes, the United States is made up of nationalities, ethnicities, background, and so on. As far as the Christians are concerned, we have here a priest, an Arab priest with us in here, right here. And I would like to ask him later on to come to the podium also and say some word. As far as the Jewish people, yes, we have friends. We deal with the Jewish people. We have no problem with that. Talking about our children, I don't think that we have the right to make our children, after 18 years, choose whatever they want to do.
Not what I asked you. I asked you how you feel about
If they decide if our
children are Christians or Jews.
they want to be Christian or Jews, or they would like to get married to, if they want to get married to a Christian or Jew, we don't have any problem. You, the Christian and the Jews, are the people of the book in the Quran. They are the people of the book. So the Muslims are allowed to marry the Christians, they are allowed to marry the Jews.
Aren't I entitled for 3 minutes? Everybody else got around 3 minutes. All right, well, isn't one of the pillars of Islam to commit jihad against the infidel? And isn't it written in the Quran that it's okay to deceive the infidel in order to conquer them?
The 5 pillars of Islam is to testify that there is no God but Allah, and again, Allah is the Arabic word of God that has been used by our Christians and our Jews. 2 is to establish prayer. 3 is to give charity, which is called zakat, 2.5% of your wealth and your money. To fast the month of Ramadan, and to perform pilgrimage once in your lifetime. Those are the 5 pillars of Islam.
There's another pillar of Islam which believes in jihad.
I'm answering your question. Jihad is the right of a nation to fight back for a self-defense whenever they are oppressed or occupied or tortured by others.
So wouldn't that put the U.S. as infidels because we're fighting Muslims in Iraq and Afghanistan?
The answer is no. The answer is no. If I do consider the U.S. as an infidel, I would have not been here raising my 5 children here. We actually believe, I do personally, and representing mass here and other Islamic organizations believe that the principles upon which America has built are much closer to Islam than the practices of many Muslim countries as we speak at this moment.